Today we are at the Borgata and we are going to be testing out if this is the best resort in Atlantic City. We are going to be reviewing everything from the room. We are staying in the MGM Tower today, the casino, the food that they offer, the pools, and whether Borgata is worth your money. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy videos that review casinos. I review casinos from all over the country, from Atlantic City to Las Vegas. And be sure to hit that like button if this video helps you. Now let's head inside and see what this place has to offer. If you're coming out of the self-parking, you're gonna come right here down this walkway and you're gonna have Starbucks here on your left, as well as a Toomey on your right, and then the Borgata collection. And then you come to this open atrium with a few shops in it. And right now it's Chinese New Year and it is the year of the horse. So they have it all decked out for that. And then right behind that is the Borgata Baking Company. It's got your breakfast sandwiches, salads, grab and go, as well as some quiches and some sandwiches. Now, if you're coming in through the front entrance, you have this drop-off area here. And then you walk in straight through these doors to the main lobby. Main lobby is also decked out in Chinese New Year's. Then over to your left, you're gonna have your lobby. This is where you're gonna check in if you are staying at the Borgata Tower. There's two towers here. There's the Borgata Tower, as well as the MGM Tower. And this lobby is also decked out. So this is where you're gonna check in if you are staying at the Borgata Tower. Let's go check out the lobby of the MGM Tower. And over here you have your MGM Tower lobby. Here is the fitness center here over at the MGM Tower. Got some free weights, few machines, ellipticals, some bikes, a Stairmaster, and a few treadmills and two other bikes over here. You do have a water fill-up station, which is good if you bring your own cups. You can come down here, fill up with water. Lots of towels. Overall, it'll get the job done. Also have a rower over here, and then a scale and some lockers. Overall, not a bad gym. The only place here to eat in the MGM Tower is a place called the Sunroom. Here is the menu. Right now they're doing a igloo thing outside for nights for lunar time. And you can sign up here to eat in one of those igloos that are outside. And then they have this sitting area for photo ops. The MGM Tower does have its own pool. Very nice in here. And your pool. The Borgata here does offer a pretty large casino floor. Has games ranging from brand new and some stuff being pretty old. There is table games here as well, right through the middle of the casino. Right next to the lobby, you're gonna have your lobby bar where you can grab a drink. And then once you pass that, you have your Borgata Tower here on the left. After you pass that lobby bar, you do have another bar here on your left called Long Bar. And as the name would say, it is a very long bar. Now we're gonna get into some of the food options they have here. First one right here is going to be Old Homestead Steakhouse. I have ate here before. Give you a look at the menu here. When I was here, I got the Gotham rib steak for $95, as well as onion rings, I believe. It was very good. I had a comp for the dinner, so it was definitely worth it for that. Once you pass Old Homestead, you have this place called the Metropolitan. This place is open for breakfast and brunch. We are probably going to eat here tomorrow. And then directly across from that is the Baccarat area. They have their own area for Baccarat. Next to Baccarat, they have noodles. This place smells so good. If you want to check out the full menu, there you go. And there's the hours. After you pass noodles, you're gonna have the Borgata buffet here on your left, which you either saw already that I ate at. People are lining up for dinner service. They close in between 2 and 4 to get ready for dinner service. And there is a long line waiting for this. It was very good. Now, I believe the only venue they have here is going to be the Music Box. Right now, there's nothing running out of here. It is a Monday on President's Day. But this is where the music or comedy acts would be. Then kind of in the middle of the casino floor, you have a place called Bread and Butter. It's like a little cafe area. You can get your breakfast items, some lunch items, and some made-to-order sandwiches. Little cafe here in the middle of the casino floor. Not bad prices. Then right outside of this, you have a wine place called Vintage, and then a restaurant called Angeline. Let's see what they got on the menu here. I believe this is going to be Italian. Get you a look at the menu here. Looks like your prices are going to be between $30 and $50 depending on what you're going to order. And then right behind Angeline's is going to be their steakhouse called B Prime. This place is also closed currently because it is a Monday. It is pretty cool in there. Let's see if we can check out their menu here. Looks like they have sushi, salads. They have certified A5 Kobe beef for $245. And their steaks range from $65 to $195 for a tomahawk. Definitely want to try this place one time. Hopefully I can come back another time during the week or weekend. And then you have their sports book. Small, but does the job. And then, of course, all the way in the back is where the ride share is going to drop you off if you are taking Uber or a taxi. And you have this little plant area with a glass bridge. Pretty cool. And then all the plants in the middle. all real plants as well. And then if you take a left through that entrance, you are going to have the food hall, which is downstairs. Let's go and check out what they have to offer. Looks like the first place you got here is a Haagen-Dazs ice cream, a Philly steaks and subs, then a pizza and pasta place. Doesn't look like it's open currently. An Asian fusion place also does not look like it's open. I think a lot of these places open during the dinner hours. Right now it's around 3 p.m. Next you have breakfast time. I have ate here before, pretty good. A place called Burgers and Fries. And then chop and toss salads. All the seating is for here in the food court. And then right in the middle there is a green bar and a wine bar, as well as some daiquiris, and then the Lavazza coffee, and a grab and go area. All right, let's head back upstairs. Right next to the food court, you have the poker room and some sports book areas over here. Looks like they're doing horse racing. And then the last place you have to eat at is a place called American Bar and Grill. It is open today. There's your hours, closed on Wednesday and Thursday. And here is your menu. Looks like they have a prefix menu here on Mondays. And there you go. That is going to be the menu for American Bar and Grill. And then you're back out front. And this is more of the casino floor. Very, very large casino floor. And then you're back to the MGM Tower on your left. And that, my friends, is going to be the tour of the property and the food. Welcome to the Borgata MGM Tower King Room. Let's go up front and start out when you walk in the door. So right here is the front door. I'm in this room. I'm on floor 14 in room 70. So when you walk into the room, you have the bathroom to the left. We'll be back to that. To the right, we have this full-length mirror. And behind that, you have your closet with your safe, 2 cubbies, your ironing board, and your iron. And then when you come into the room, to the left, you have the bed with the ambient underlit part. And then you have a nightstand, smallish drawer, USB-C, USB outlet, and then your lights for here and up here. King size bed. And then the same thing for over here. And your Borgata notepad. Over on this side, you do get one comfy chair that does swivel. It's got my backpack on it right now. A small table to put your coffee on. I know this doesn't look big on camera. This thing is huge, this lampshade. And then we got the view. You got the Golden Nugget, and then you have the Boardwalk hotels over there. Turning this way, you do have an outlet next to this table, as well as some USBs and another outlet over here. You got a light, and then 2 chairs to sit at with the table. You have your TV, this ledge that holds everything, your little coffee machine, you have some coffees, and then your ice machine. And then down here you have a couple of drawers, and then personal fridge? Yes, your own personal fridge. All right, let's head into the bathroom. When you first walk in, you have your half granite, half wood sink. You have a tiled bathroom. That's very nice. Your outlets, your washcloths, and your hand towels. Your MGM Resorts body lotion and hand wash. You have 2 glass cups, a necessities kit, and this little area to put your toiletries. Over here you have the shower. You have a small little stool here to sit on, and your shower head, as well as your body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. And then to the right of that, you have your commode. Overall, pretty great room. You have this blue textured wallpaper, the tiling in the bathroom, very nice. Blue carpet on the ground, the ambient lighting. Overall, pretty good room. Now that we're done with the room tour, let's head on downstairs and try out the Borgata buffet. I'm gonna do an entire video on it, so I'm only gonna show you bits and parts of it. The brunch buffet at Borgata was honestly a hit for the price. It had really great selection of brunch food. The breakfast pizza was surprisingly good, Eggs Benedict was great, and the flank steak was awesome. My entire review video going over the buffet will be out on Thursday, May 7th, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, so it's about 8:30 at night, and I went downstairs. I'm not terribly hungry because of the buffet earlier, but I went downstairs and went to the cheesecake place and got French fries for dinner. They had salt and vinegar fries. It was $6.50, and it's this entire bag. I know it doesn't look like it's that big on camera, but it is so many fries. If you're looking for a late night snack, they're open till 10 p.m. and they're great. So, very crispy fries. Very good. I'm gonna eat this, then I'm gonna head to bed, and then tomorrow morning I will have the full review of this place for you guys. Good night. Good morning. I slept very well last night. I went to bed around 11 p.m. and woke up at around 7:30, which is a lot more sleep than I normally get. Usually when I'm on the road, I usually only get like 6 hours of sleep. But as you can tell, yes, I'm looking out my window and you cannot see anything because it is extremely foggy this morning. We are going to head down to the Metropolitan to try their breakfast, and then after that, I will give you my final review on the MGM Grand Tower here at Borgata. Let's head downstairs. All right, so we went to the Metropolitan. This place was pretty cool inside. I ended up sitting at the bar, and on the menu, they had a funnel cake waffle, and that sounded pretty interesting. It was $16 and it tasted just like a funnel cake, which was honestly really good. The Metropolitan is a great breakfast spot if you're here at Borgata. All right, I just got done with my one night stay here at the MGM Tower at Borgata, and man, this place is great to me. I've stayed here once before. I came here maybe 6 or 8 months ago to try to film videos, and it was very gloomy out like it is today. And the videos just didn't come out as well as I wanted them to. So this day in particular just was great all around. This room was amazing, was very clean. The layout was great. I had a very good sleep last night. The bed was very comfortable. My only gripe was the pillows. Pillows are a little thin for my liking, but other than that, I mean, pretty good bed. Everything was clean. That's what really matters here. Let's talk about the casino. Casino is 161,000 square feet, so you are going to find a machine to play on that you are going to like. They have old school machines all the way up to the newest machines that have just came out this year. They also have over 200 tables, which include your classic games like blackjack, 3-card poker, Spanish 21, roulette, pai gow, and then they have an entire baccarat room. They also have a sports book and then like a sports book section in the poker room. It looked like that was more for horse races and then they have a sports book that was kind of behind that area as well. So if you're not finding a game that you enjoy, I really don't know what to tell you. As far as restaurants that they offer here, I have ate at Old Homestead before. That place is great. A little pricey, especially for Atlantic City, but pretty good steak. The buffet yesterday for brunch was amazing. If you have not watched that video, it either is going to come out later, so be sure to subscribe so you can see that, or it already came out and you already watched it. But man, the brunch buffet for $26 was a hit. I think what the Borgata does very well is that it has a bunch of high tier restaurants and low tier restaurants, so that you can find something in your price range and still have something good to eat. The food court downstairs has a lot of options that were great. I got the fries at the cheesesteak place. The portion was huge. I mean, the portion was this big of fries. I couldn't even finish it all. I've had the breakfast place downstairs, very good. And then breakfast this morning at Metropolitan was amazing. I got a funnel cake waffle. So it was a waffle that tasted like a funnel cake, which I know to some people at 8 o'clock in the morning, that sounds absolutely disgusting, but that to me was great. I love funnel cake. I'm a huge fan of fair foods, so that was right up my alley on what I enjoy eating. I also didn't want to show you guys something normal like eggs and bacon, because I feel like everyone can do eggs and bacon pretty well. There are over 2,000 rooms here, so this is a pretty big property, and there's about 750 of those rooms and suites inside the MGM Tower itself. I think the rooms are done pretty well. I think they look renovated, at least new in the past few years. And then they do have a couple of event centers and conference halls, and I believe they have a nightclub as well. And they do offer a pool in the Borgata Tower as well as the MGM Tower. I think they look kind of similar. I think the Borgata Tower, it's just a pool that's really big with a couple of hot tubs. And then in the MGM Tower, it's the pool with the like pool fountain in the front. They do have some outdoor pools. I'm gonna try to get some film from my window for that because the doors are locked, but they have a two year-round pools. So this is a great place to visit in the winter because you still get access to the pool. Fitness center, I believe they have a fitness center over at the Borgata Tower as well. The one at the MGM Tower is a little small, but it will get the job done. There was not many people in there. I walked by it multiple times. There was maybe 1 or 2 people in it max at a time. So, is staying at Borgata in Atlantic City in 2026 still worth it? I think if you want the most complete Vegas style casino resort where you do not have to leave property for anything, I think this is a great place for you to stay. Now, I did have this room comped off my play. I still had to pay the resort fees because I'm not gold or whatever that status is, I'm just Pearl. So I did have to pay the $37 and then the taxes and whatever, and then none of my food was comped this time. I didn't have any comps for food. So I think my total with the breakfast and yesterday's brunch and the fries last night, plus the resort fee, I'm looking probably around the $80 to $100 range. And I think for 3 meals plus staying here is 100% worth it. I think if I'm looking at any cons that this place doesn't offer is there was a lot of kids on the floor, not like on the casino area, but like in the walkways. And I really don't see what this property has to offer other than food for kids. There's no bowling alley, there's no movie theater, there's nothing worth kids entertainment here. So I have no idea. There was just like teenagers just walking around, which in Vegas that's normal, but in Atlantic City, this is kind of like a off the boardwalk property. So I just didn't really understand that. They weren't messing around or anything, just an observation I made. Anyways, guys, if this video helped in any way, shape, or form, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you enjoy casino reviews and food reviews at casinos, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to hit 75,000 subscribers this year, so it's a huge help if you join in. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.